Alright, so here's I'm back, and we're getting three-wheeler and the four-wheeler ready for an event. Three-wheeler I already got already. I had to tighten the chain, and then I put another front end on it because both shocks were frozen. Well, the one shock was frozen up on the other, causing the other one to freeze up. And they're hard to get out, and I had another front end, so I threw the front end on. I'm going to fix the other front end another time for another three-wheeler I have out back. But I'm probably just going to order shocks for it because it's going to be a racing three-wheeler. I do believe is what I'll do. But anyways, this one should be all ready to go. It's got a new front fender, a whole new front end. I put the old light and bracket back on this one. Zip tied the fenders up and then fix my rear fender. And then in here on this thing, I'm doing uppers and lowers because they're both shot. So right now, I'm going to take this axle nut off. I already got the caliper loose, and I have to get this whole knuckle off and then pop the ball joints out. It's going to be a fun process, but I will get back to you probably, hopefully, when I get the knuckle off. Got to pop tie rod, pop both ball joints, pull the axle out, and caliper. Alright, so as you can see, knuckle is all off. Knuckles off, got both ball joints out. As you can see, they're shot. This one, yeah, look at the cap. Well, you would think it was just from me hitting it, but this cap popped off when I was taking the wire wheel to the top of the wire. Well, it wasn't even on my impact. It was just a hand one. Cap fell right off, but they're cooked. But new ones are going in right now. This is just my forward ball joint installer and remover. I believe it's a remover too. I don't know. I've never used it to remove ball joints, but I'm putting it in now. Tie rod ends are not the greatest, but they're still good. I still got a few miles on them. They'll need to be done, but they still got a few miles on them. The wheel bearing, I'm not too sure. I gotta do more investigating with that. It seems to be alright, but it like moves around a little bit. I don't know. I don't really care. If it goes, it goes, but it should make it just fine through this mountain madness. And if it don't, it ain't going nowhere. And there's two big rubber, well, there you got the outer race and then this inner race, so we're good. It's not gonna hurt nothing. But see, I think it's fine. I think that's also something that's gonna need to be done in the future, but it's still got a few miles on it. But it'll be fine either way. I'll get it done when it goes, and I know it goes. But I'm going to finish installing this, put the clip on it. Got to do the same thing with that one, which is going to be a little more annoying because it's not on it. But, yeah. Alright, so I just made a good discovery putting these in. These are just cheap Amazon ball joints. I've ran them a couple times. Well, actually, this will be my second time. I ran them on my truck once, just lowers. They did fine. I never had no issues with them. When I did my wheel bearings on both sides because they ended up both going, and I tore the boots on them. But I still have them. They're still good. There's nothing wrong with them. So we're gonna see how it goes with these. But anyways, those other ones I had grease fittings. These ones do not. And I had this one. I was going like this back and forth, and it sounded very loud. And I'm like, well, that ain't good. I mean, there's no grease in there. And then I made another discovery. There's no ring on this bottom piece here. It's supposed to be a little ring like that. Well, there ain't one on the bottom, so I went ahead and greased both of them with my little chainsaw grease gun thing, and I'm gonna find something to put around this. I don't think I have the actual clips for it, but I'm trying to think what I got. I'll figure out something though. I might just use a piece of wire or a zip tie, but either way, I gotta do something because water can't be getting in there, so, and mud. Alright, so for the lower ball joint, installed it literally how you're looking, just like that, and then hit up here with a hammer because you cannot really, they probably sell a tool or something that's small enough to either fit in here and whatever, or you just put it in something. You could just probably put it in a press, but you know, I'm not fancy like it. But anyways, went in pretty easily. Don't get me wrong, it didn't go in that easy. It took quite a few hits because you don't want these to be loose. I mean, it happens, but you don't want them to be. But I didn't end up going with putting anything on these ends here because they seem to seal up pretty good when you bolt everything together. if you look, if you take one of them and pop it down in, that bottom part seals up with that. So run around it, see what happens, but you definitely should grease them if you get Amazon ones, evidently. Well, that's any ball joint for that matter. Always grease them, just like a lot of different other things, but sometimes you can't because they got that thing on there. But even with that on there, you can. But yeah, just little tips. But I am gonna get back to it. I'm gonna try to get most of this back together. I'll get back to you guys. All right, so I did go ahead and get one side finished up. Everything's all put back together. No more play. Wheel bearing does feel all right. It is gonna need to be, I'm assuming both of them are gonna need to be replaced eventually, but right now it's tight. I should have greased it. That's kind of what I wish I did. But you have to pull that clip out, pull it all apart. If I do that, I'm probably gonna end up ruining it. So I'm just gonna do the same thing on this side and not grease it. And when the wheel bearings need to be done, the wheel bearings need to be done in the front. It should be easier than the rear one. So that's a plus. But anyways, got one side done. I'm gonna post this video tonight, and I will make another video on the other side tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.